Hey, hey, had a better night again. I think I'm on the upswing. I just have to show you guys my t-shirt. I love that. Remember that movie? What about Bob? I'm sailing. Great movie. Okay, we're going to read today from my one-year devotional, At His Feet. I've had this for many years, given to me by a just spectacular woman named Carolyn. And she goes on mission trips all the time. This woman's incredible. Carolyn Grobsvener, that's her last name. She's incredible. Okay, this devotional is called Meekness Wins. And it's after Matthew 5:5. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. In word, there are many angles. I can't even spell. There are many angles from which to look at today's beatitude. It is strictly for Jews and their promise of the land of Israel. Many commentaries say so. Is it for believers everywhere? A promise of millennial authority? Many commenters say this too. One thing is clear. It is consistent with the character of God to reward those who defer to him. Whoever the meek are, and whatever the land or the earth is meant to be, God honors those who are not always looking out for their own self-interests. Our culture reviles meekness. It is considered by most to be weakness. But Jesus did not commend weakness. In fact, it takes great strength to be meek by Jesus' definition. Some experts in Greek say this word meek is the same word used for horses that have been broken. They have submitted themselves to the master's will. Considering the overwhelming evidence in the Bible that this is God's desire for us, we can safely assume that this kind of meekness is appropriate. God calls us to lay down our rebellion and know that he is at work and able to bring about his purpose in our lives. We do not need to strive so stridently for them. Look at the Bible, look at the biblical stories that confirm this dynamic. Abraham was meek in giving Lot his choice of the land, and Abraham inherited the land. Jesus was meek as he rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, and he inherits the nations. What about you? This dynamic of meekness that results in inheritance is all through the Bible. It is explicit in Psalm 37:11 and in Jesus' beatitude, Matthew 5, verse 5. But it is implicit in many other places. How heavily dependent on it are you? Are you aggressively seeking your portion and establishing your rights? Or are you content to rely on the power of God to show up in his timing and in his way? Your inheritance depends on the answer. You can count on the promise. Meekness wins. Well, I can tell you right now, my husband is the epitome of meekness, and my husband wins. My husband is always, always blessed by God in ways that are so wonderful. And it's because he's very meek and humble, and he always puts others before himself. Didn't I mention in another devotional that I learn a lot from my husband? I do. Because I'm different than him. I'm more outspoken, I'm loud, and he's always in the background, you know. Matter of fact, he went to a meeting the other day, a Chamber of Commerce meeting where every business person goes, and we got ourselves in there and signed our business, his handyman business, Just Call Mike. And I stayed home because I wasn't well. And normally when we go there together, I'm like, this is Mike. He's got his own handyman business, and he blah, 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 blah. Well, this time I stayed home, and he stood up and he said, hi, I'm Mike from Just Call Mike. And he sat down, and like 3 of his customers started saying how great he was and started talking and, oh, he's the greatest, he's the best, he's great. And my husband did not say anything. And I have to learn to be more like him because I got a big mouth and I run it too much. Anyhow, okay. Meekness is not weakness. That's the thought for the day. Okay. See ya. Sailing. Bye.